friend, a friend of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the OECS is J. Robert Cato, CEO of and both friends, so friend, and all of our friends of ECGC, Eastern Caribbean Group of Companies. He leads the OECS largest exporter of flour, animal feed, and rice, with well-known brands like Easy Bake. Everybody know that? You know Easy Bake? Yeah? Yeah. You bake with Easy Bake? Yeah, we do. We all do. Yeah? Cream of the Islands. Everybody know that? We all do. Yeah? Carrie Pearl. Oh, we love her. We love her so much. Yeah? Uh, Beyond that, ECGC owns ECBI, producers of the the water that I only drink, the Beyond Water, the one that I love, that everyone will tell you that I always go. Whenever I go somewhere, I ask for that water, that very special water. All right. Notable Island Sips is the official water of our Olympic athlete, Shafiqua Maloney. Yeah, we're gonna tell you all about that this morning as well too, and we got some plans for her, and we're gonna hear what's this CEO's plans as well for her as well too. He's the key facilitator for the fundraiser, working with other businesses, leaders to ensure Shafiqa has the financial backing she needs. Under his direction, ECGC isn't just a company, it's a virtual partner. Shady, keep him there alone, please. Regional economic growth, community developer, and athletic excellence. Let's say welcome to my friend Jomo Kato this morning. Good morning to you, Jomo. How are you doing? I was a long intro. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning again, and thank you so much for having me. And it's great to hear you doing your thing. I've been enjoying it for the last few minutes listening to you, man.
Thank you. We're still trying to get some more levels up on you. There's some people who say that you're still a bit low.
Let me know if I need to speak louder or move closer.
Project a little. Or you know the business. Project or your microphone. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do something. We're gonna work some magic in studio. All right, let's go. Yes. Welcome, Mr. Kato, CEO. Welcome. How are you doing this morning?
I'm very good. Let me know if this is any better.
Yeah, much better. We're doing better today.
All right, I just turned my mic up, so we should be okay. Remembering a thing or two.
Yeah, from the days. He's also dabbled in radio and media as well too. So he's no stranger to what we're doing. So Mr. Kato and Jomo, as I call him, and I call him another name, Coolio, because he's very modest and all of that. He knows what he's about, all right? And so as a result, he knows a bit about this. All right, so we've introduced him. Let me find out, first of all, Shafiqua Maloney, a big brand for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Jomo, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you. I heard the last thing you said about Shafiqua, but you dropped out for a second after I heard the word big brand for St. Vincent.
Okay, yeah, I'm asking, why are you doing this? Why are you doing all of this work for Shafiqua? Why are you leading the charge? Why are you doing this?
Well, the thing I would say is why not? Why not support our most successful runner in decades? Why not support young Vincentian talent? Why not support and give someone aided fuel to become a star on the world stage? So why not? And for us at ECGC, and I think for a lot of my fellow corporate leaders, we see this as an opportunity to lead from a position of possibility rather than waiting until there's a crisis. So we all know the story, athlete training, not enough funding. Okay, everybody jumped into action. We are clear with what's in front of us. We have 2 games this year. We have the World Indoor Championships in China, end of this month, we have the World Championships, the major World Championships in Japan in September. Why not do it now? Why not make sure that the athlete is funded, at peace, properly housed, has the right sports psychologist, the right dietitian, so that we can get her into a position to succeed? Why not? And we think the time is now. I'm personally so inspired by Shafiqa's story, by her resilience, and I see a huge possibility for her to do even bigger things. She placed fourth in the Olympics, barely missing third. Uh, Imagine what would have happened if this athlete had all of us supporting her like we did in the closing weeks towards the Olympics. So we think now is the time.
Yeah. Mr. Kato, if you don't mind me calling you that, bring me on screen there so that persons can see the interaction. Yes. Yeah. If you don't mind me calling you that. You decided to get involved in this whole Shafiqua Maloney campaign and the charge to get her to the next Olympics. And also now she's been performing very well in some of the games. All right. And when exactly did you get that nudge to say, you know what? I think we should do this. I think that as a
Yeah.
country, we need to jump behind Shafiqua.
Okay. Well, if we go back, ECGC has a history of supporting, promoting, facilitating the success of athletes in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have supported athletes. We had a tradition of employing athletes to make sure that they gained while they were not necessarily actively playing. From my own personal set of values, I think we have a responsibility to do whatever we can to promote excellence and to encourage persons who are striving towards excellence. So I became aware of Shafiqua a while before the Olympics, but I only became aware of her situation. Like most persons, I was at a bar looking at the ESPN. A bar I would not normally be in at that time. I would not normally be looking at ESPN. So I think things just came together, and that the mood changed from elation to bewilderment as to what was the situation with this athlete. And being the easy thing is to point fingers, but that's not how I operate or how we operate. So we moved into action. I reached out to the athlete. I reached out to the government. We said we wanted to support. We got the approval to support. And we did a 2-year partnership with the athlete. And I want to say to all my fellow business colleagues listening, this is an opportunity to partner with the athlete, not just a one-off purchase. We are interested in building partnerships. And we saw a need. We cannot let this opportunity pass. We are building a new name for St. Vincent. We have tourism on the rise. The recognition that an athlete like Shafiqua can bring to our country is going to pay benefits for everyone, for the hotels, for ECGC, because we sell to the hotels, to the taxi drivers who pick up the people who come here after they've heard about St. Vincent and have seen her on a world stage. We've seen what athletics has done for Brand Jamaica, and we believe we've seen what it has done for St. Lucia, for Dominica in the last Olympics, and we believe we are right up to the mark with an athlete of world-class caliber, and we're going to support her, and a lot of our friends in the business community are going to support her as well.
Okay. Kato, what is the nature of your support when you first started, when you got involved after you saw her running at the Olympics and you said, no, we got to do something about this. What was the nature of your support then?
So, well, I would say it's 3 parts. First of all, we did a 2-year agreement with Shafiqua before she went to the Olympics. We put that in place. And what that did, we structured it something like a modern sports contract. There's a built-in guaranteed amount, and there's an amount that increases for performance. And that was during the Olympic year. So we have a 2-year partnership. We're in the 2nd year of that now. But we realized that even with our partnership, which could be potentially over 100,000 EC dollars. I know I have Shafiqa's preparation budget here. That's $450,000, close to
Wait, wait, wait,
500,000.
wait, wait, wait. That's just her preparation
Yeah, yeah. And I
budget.
can run some numbers
How
with you, Bing.
run a little bit, not all, because that's a substantial amount of money, David.
Yeah. So
So, yeah.
I'm not gonna even start with the overhead stuff, okay? Because if you're living in the United
Right.
States, you gotta pay a rent, and any decent place you live in is 2,000 US. All right, so that's 24,000 for the year. I'm not gonna go to utilities and all of that stuff, but let's talk about the things the athletes really needs. Coaching fees, $1,000 a month, and that could be more. That's 12,000 US. The athlete has to have a special diet, supplements 600 US a month. That's like 7,200 US for the year. There's transportation. There is travel to meets, which is about $15,000. There's a
US. All this is
psychologist
US dollars.
address, which is about you need a sports psychologist at this level. That's about 1,500 US a month. That works out to about 18,000 US for the year. Uh, Physiotherapy, your recovery in between training and in between meets. That's another 1,400. That's 16,800 US dollars a month. Another for the year. That's so it adds up quickly. The nutritionist, you have to have health insurance. Uh, it's a lot of stuff. And then if you
It's
break down,
substantial. It's substantial.
it's substantial,
And
right?
it's an investment. And it's an investment not just into Shafiqa, but into St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right?
Absolutely.
How do you propose to raise this money?
Well, through unifying the willing, the bold, the adventurous, the supportive, the patriotic. The exemplary business leaders, and we're getting a fantastic response from the persons we've reached out to. We said we'd invite like the top 50 businesses. It's more like the top 75 businesses. And so what we've done, we've tiered contribution levels. The contribution levels start at 2,000 EC dollars, and then it goes up to 15,000, with a set of guarantees. An appearance at your company, autograph signing. 30,000. That gives a business an endorsement from Shafiqa with rights within St. Vincent. Over 50,000, that gives she becomes an ambassador for your brand within the OECS. And as you go over 75, you can talk about global rights to the athlete. And I can say from ECGC's perspective, we've been doing this with Shafiqa over a year. Our sales at Island Sips were on a growth trajectory before, but we are doubling sales year on year for the last 2 years. We're the fastest growing water brand in St. Vincent, and we've fostered so much goodwill for our association, both ECGC and Island Sips, with Shafiqua Maloney. And Big, I want to say this: whatever business, brand, product, service you're in, there's a point of relevance for you joining with the athlete. The athlete needs a bank. Who's the official bank of Shafiqua Maloney? That slate is blank, right? So shout out to Bank of St. Vincent, Republic, St. Vincent Cooperative. We have a space for you. Who's the official dentist of Shafiqua Maloney? That space is open. Who's the official doctor? Who's the official supermarket? Okay, that space is open for my good friend Randy Kennedy, my good friends at Graves, my good friends at Massey. Okay, who's the official rental car company when Shafiqua Maloney comes to St. Vincent? That space is open for my good friend Curtis at Avis and a lot of other people around St. Vincent. So who's the official hardware provider if Shafiqua has to do a renovation at her home at some point? So there are countless ways you can find to have your brand intersect with this athlete and her values and your company values, so that you could create a success point for your consumers, your brand, your company, and Shafiqua Maloney.
What about patriotic Vincentians, Kato,
Great.
who
So
hearing us this morning and say,
yeah,
listen, I want to get involved in this. What can they
right.
do?
Good. So what we're going to do, I think by Thursday or Friday, we'll have Shafiqa and her management team announce the bank account that they have for donations. I want to be clear. What we're doing at ECGC is facilitating, but the individual negotiations between the athlete, a brand, a sponsor, is going to take place between the athlete, her management, and that company. All we're doing is facilitating and giving you the opportunity to meet the athlete, to speak with her management. So by Thursday, we should have it on air where Vincentians in the diaspora, Vincentians here, persons around the OECS, and not only Vincentians are enamored with Shafiqa in this story. There's a whole global community in Europe where athletics is huge. You get the word out, you'll get the support.
Yeah, and what about wire transfer company? Because I see one of my friends here who heads one of the major companies who moves money in from the diaspora. Well, how can they get involved? And she's asking, okay,
Well,
what can
I think they can get involved in two ways. First, one as a facilitator, but we'll set that up between the company. Which company is it, Bing?
I don't want to call the company name on it.
Okay,
We'll talk
what was it?
off it.
Well, we can have the
But
conversation off air.
there's Western Union. There
Yeah.
is
Okay.
there's
All right.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's
Okay.
Western Union. We can
I'm not
facilitate.
saying it's Western Union. Okay.
Well, we love Western Union and we love MoneyGram. All right. And we love helping the athlete. What we can do is facilitate that conversation between Renetta Morris, who is Shafiqa's manager in St. Vincent, and Shafiqa herself. What we've tried to do is make sure the athlete is at the center of all of these conversations, along with her management, so they have a direct say in, if you want to support us, this is how we do it. Because we want to be very protective of the athlete, yeah, to make sure that they get everything that's supposed to come to them. Yeah.
One of the things that I know, I've got a friend by the name of Stephen Joachim the Cutlass. You know him as well too, and he says he's the president of the Olympic Committee, and he says that he has realized after going to the Olympics and even before that, that as an athlete, that you don't want to be bothered by all these things that you were talking about, that these initiatives that you're putting forward.
Yeah.
As an athlete, you
Yeah.
just want to go on the track and run, right?
Yeah.
And is this the case? Is this true? And if it's true,
Yeah.
how can we avoid it, and how can we make sure that this happen? But
I
also
think,
make sure that we get all the support that they or she needs, or
yeah,
Shafiqa needs.
Bing, it's absolutely true. Remember, so much of an athlete's success is a mental fortitude, the mental strength that you're going into these games with. If you have the distraction of worrying about rent and groceries and your light bill, and if you're going to be able to pay the coach and where you're going to live, you cannot perform at the top level. Our job as sponsors, our job as managers, our job as patriotic Vincentians, our job as fans of the athlete Shafiqua Maloney is to do everything we can to have her just focused on one thing, which is winning. Yeah. If you look at the top athletes, I'm going to call another one, Lewis Hamilton, right, who just brought his performance coach over to him at Ferrari. Why? That's a key part of his arsenal, the mental preparation. And we want to take as much stress as we can away from the athlete. So when Shafiqa hits the track, she's just focused on hitting the tape first. And how we do that is by donating, by making sure she's funded, she's prepared. Yeah.
Right. So we're not only speaking towards, but especially towards, we are speaking to the business community, but we also want regular Vincentians at home and abroad to get involved in this initiative that you're coming with this morning as well too, right?
Absolutely. And we'll be announcing the pathways for making donations in St. Vincent, making donations from overseas. We'll have that information on all the radio stations, and of course, we'll have it on Boom first, right?
Of course, we got to talk about that. Of course, yeah, yeah. How is she doing now? I've
She's doing well. I mean, she
seen
celebrated her
that she's
birthday.
been running and
Yeah. I mean, she just, the last meet was the Milrose meet in New
breaking.
York. She set a new meet record for that meet, which is a big part of the season as athletes start prepping for the rest of the year. She set a meet record in New York, which is important. A lot of big athletes have ran at the Milrose Games. She just celebrated her birthday. I think it was Friday. I did give her a shout out to say happy birthday. But the athlete does as well as they're supported, as well as they're coached, as well as they are mentored. And we want to make sure we can do everything we can to help Shafiqua in her pursuit of excellence. So on March 8th, we are hosting business colleagues at the Holiday Inn Express. That's a corporate fundraiser. You'll have a chance to meet with Shafiqua, hear her story, and they'll also have the chance there to schedule, one-on-one discussions about how their particular company would like to work with a brand. And I know you mentioned Stephen from the Olympic Association. He's also a top executive at the Musty Company, which is one of our top companies in St. Vincent. So we're also expecting good things from the Musty Company.
Yeah, yes. Of course, that would be a given from companies like those. All right, and of course, there are persons who are now messaging me on my WhatsApp and saying, "Bing, if tomorrow morning or today I wanna make some form of contribution, shoes, finances, and other contribution." I'm just reading out, right? Who do I
Yeah,
go to now? And how
right.
do I get in contact with this person?
Good. So what I would say, Bing, tomorrow morning, I'm going to bring it forward from Thursday. Tomorrow morning, uh, we'll have perhaps Abby from my team, along with somebody from Shafiqa's camp, to announce where that stuff can be donated and how we can best channel that. All right. What I wanted to do this morning was just boost some awareness, get some understanding around why we are doing this. So ask persons to tune in to Boom tomorrow, and we'll give all the guidance as to how you can donate, support, so that we can all celebrate Shafiqa's success.
And Jomo, I want you again, as you did when you started, to call out the business community. I think that is very important. I want you to
But,
call them out again. Um, and it's not just an
but
ECGC thing. You're taking the
yeah,
initiative of, but I want you to call them out, please.
yeah. I,
Not in a big
and
way.
so I
Yeah,
want to restate it like this. A lot of times when we think of athletes and the brands that they partner with, we think of the obvious, like the beverage brands or maybe the sports apparel brands. But the athlete is human, and the athlete has human needs. Everything that we do, the athlete needs. Okay? The athlete needs glasses. Who's the official glasses supplier of Shafiqua Maloney? The athlete needs an insurance company. Who's the official insurance company of Shafiqua Maloney? The athlete needs a bank. Who's the official bank? The athlete needs a rental car when they're here sometimes. Who's the official rental provider? Who's the official taxi company? So I'm saying whether you are a
yeah,
bank like
yes.
our Republic, a BUSVG, a St. Vincent Cooperative, whether you're an insurance company like my good friends at Beacon, whether you are a transportation provider like my good friends at Avis, you're in the supermarket industry like our really good friends at Randy. I know CK Graves has a tradition of supporting St. Vincent's and supporting community development. I'll give a shout out to Massey as well. We have so many businesses that we know are going to be willing to support. Whatever you do, the athlete needs an official bakery, okay? And of course, I'd love a bakery to partner. I mean, we always benefit when bakeries sell more at ECGC. But on a serious note, whatever you can
I
think of,
I
Shafiqua
I'm going
Maloney,
to.
be a partner for your brand. And she's such a endearing, outstanding, pleasant person. That she's an asset to any company seeking to forge a deeper connection with their consumers.
And to me, after the Olympics, to me, Kato, I thought from the media standpoint that Shafiqa came out as the baby of Olympics 2024. The
Yeah,
baby that all the media company, the media outlets spoke about, right? And why not jump on board of that, right? I see my friend Carl Richards, who's in England or Europe, said sports clothing, that she will need that as well too, and that persons can get together, bond together, and try to assist in things like that as well too. But first, we got to say thanks to ECGC for leading the charge on this, Kato, and to make sure that Shafiqa gets all the help and assistance that she needs. All right, and thanks to you,
absolutely.
Kato, and for being always thinking outside of the box, right? And we can't go out without speaking about what assistance can we expect from the government, and what conversation would
So,
you have with the government as well and the Ministry of
so
Sport.
I the good news there is that I have information from the highest offices that a significant sum has been allocated for athlete support. But I can't speak on behalf of the government at all. I expect we're going to hear an announcement in short order. But I have a high level of confidence from what I've been told.
Okay, I see some folks shouting you up. Maria John saying morning. Carl Richards, Glenn Beach is saying well done, Jomo, and the number of persons are sending messages to the station WhatsApp on the Facebook Live and also onto my WhatsApp. Before you go, I must say that Boom Water 6.9 and ECGC, we are coming together to power the inspiration and a movement dedicated to fueling Shafiqua Maloney's journey to 2025 World Championship. Of course, we can't do it without ECGC, who's leading the charge. We can't do it without ECGC with Sips Water. She will need a lot of that. Yeah, so we gotta give ECGC and Sips Water their support. The more you buy, the better it's gonna be for Shafiqa. Yeah, so keep on drinking Sips Water. You're not just drinking it to support. You drink because it tastes good to me. I mean, that's me. It's just good. It's just damn good. All right. So expect more of this. You're gonna be hearing more of this on Boom. On Match, reach out. Yeah, we're calling on businesses and community and the community to step up, and let's make history like ECGC have done, and our friend Jomo Keto are doing. He's stepping out. He's saying, listen, this is what I am doing. What are you doing? Come, step up and raise the bar. All right, this is more than sponsorship, it's the partnership for national pride from our standpoint. That's what I think, Kato. All right, so we gotta wrap it up, and I'm gonna ask you to wrap it up with you, but we're gonna be hearing more from you and your team, and of course you will tell us what's happening on Friday with us also.
Great. Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before you go, I just want you to bring it all together and just remind us on Friday we've got something special. Shafiqa will be in studio with us on Friday, all right, and
Yep.
she will make sure you send some sips of water because that's what I drink. And of course, I know Village Ram is my thing. Village Ram is not really so big a thing. So I mean, save the coffee and let me drink the Village Ram now.
Hey,
So make sure you send some Village Ram.
we'll send some village round. We'll send some island sips over. Yeah, Shafiqa is flying in for the event, so we're gonna have her in studio with you on Friday. But between today and Friday, what the public can expect from their ability to donate financially, we'll have Shafiqa's team as well as somebody from my team on giving you that information. Again, I want to say to the businesses, the individual negotiation between Shafiqa and your brand will be handled by you and Shafiqa's management and Shafiqa. All we at ECGC